Good afternoon. B, Life Done Free. So, I have a beef coming to the farm and I have to clean out the freezers. I have several of these bags full of peppers. This is frozen bell peppers from the garden. And I am going to dehydrate them and put them on the shelf for use later. Here's my dehydrator. I have several shelves already on. I'm going to put the peppers into the strainer, rinse them off, dry them, and then separate them onto the remainder of the shelves, put them in the dehydrator, and then I will check back in with you. I'm actually I'm gonna rinse them and then I'll come back. Day 2, bell peppers. This is how I left them. I put this in the fridge. This is the racks. So I took the hard rack off the bottom, but then I put the mesh. I put these in the fridge overnight because I do not have the electricity to use overnight. So this has been in the fridge, so they're chilled. I'm gonna put these just like they were onto the hard rack or wire rack, just like that. And here is my top rack. So on day 1, I only did 6 trays. So you can see that a lot of the littler pieces are already dehydrated. The bigger pieces are not. Actually, I have this upside down. I need to flip this around. This particular dehydrator, the top 3 racks look like this. And they have a cut in the rack because that's where the ventilation comes through. And so the top 3, you want to leave that open. And I did, but I put it on upside down. So my mesh still has the mesh is still where I can't tip it because then here. So here's a mesh, and here's one of the 3 top racks. It still covers it. I just know not to put any food in this area so that there's maximum circulation coming in and around the shelves. So these are the top 3 racks. The other racks are just a solid square. You want to leave the center hole open again for ventilation. So I'm going to put everything that was in the dehydrator yesterday back in the dehydrator. And then I'm also going to fill the rest of the dehydrator with another bag of peppers. So here's another bag. This is a commercial strainer, so it's bigger than the average strainer. This one barely fits in my sink. This is 1 2.5 gallon bag of bell peppers. I rinsed it off and then I laid it on a towel and patted them dry, and this is what I have. If you notice, there's a hole in this bag. There was more red bells than there were green. So, okay, I'm going to fill it up and then I'll check back in with you guys. Day 3, bell peppers. As you can see, these are the red ones. mainly red. There's the green, or mainly green. These are 1/2 gallon jars that I get from Azura. They have the lug lids, so they just fit right on. These lids fit the gallon and the 1/2 gallon from them. So this is what the trays look like when they come out. I have been taking the ones that have been dehydrated totally out of the dehydrator and then continuing to run the rest of them until they are finished. So these were done last night. I was at the garden I was at the garden until about 8 o'clock last night, and then I came in and just unplugged it. So now I am putting them in the jars. Here is a completed tray of the bell peppers, and I have them on the mesh. I just take the mesh There we go. So I had two, well, the green one wasn't as full because I had been pulling from it from the winter time use. So the bag that had the red bell peppers in it was 2.5 gallons. The bell pepper green bag had about a gallon. I mean, you could see the difference. This one is just up to the neck. This one's at the neck. This one's over. I will then grind these up to make powders or spices. I could also just use them like this, throw them in fajitas, or I prefer fresh for that. But in a pinch, you can use them. It does add flavor and nutrients. They're dehydrated at 130 for 8 hours because first day was 5 hours, and then the second day was 4 hours, so 12 hours. 9 hours, I'm sorry. 9 hours. This is my dehydrator, and I will go and get another load and start it again because we have full sun again today. And it's early, so hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk on our live about how many gallons of bell peppers I finally ended up with. So if you are interested in seeing how many bell peppers I ended up with, you will find out on our live, one of these lives. Have a wonderful day. I rinsed it, stay free.